Our goal for graduate programs at USC College is to use our competitive fellowship packages to attract the best graduate students in the nation and beyond to our first-rate PhD program.
I think everyone wants to be an investigator, you know, secretly, deep inside. Everyone wants to figure out, who did it, how is it done. You get to bring in everything that you've ever learned into your research.
I'm working at Dr. Irving Biederman's Image Understanding Lab, and I'm in the Brain and Cognitive Sciences program at the Psychology Department. The reason why I chose USC was the faculty members and the relationship that I saw in different lab mates with their advisors. I knew that, this was the place that I should be. Being a student at USC, I definitely feel like I'm being taken care of. Even if the faculty that I want to correspond with is not my advisor, if their field is what is interesting to me and I have specific questions to them, I was always able to go directly to them and have, interesting conversations.
As an undergrad, I was actually a physics major to start with, and I was interested in the big questions of life, and so I read Stephen Hawking's book on the brief history of time and wormholes and all that stuff. And then I became a lot more attracted to human perception and how the brain generates reality. I ended up switching to a neuroscience major with a minor in philosophy. You kind of only have one chance at doing things in life, so I wanted to do exactly what I thought was going to really get me to what I want to do. I came here to USC, and the reason I came here is because when you're studying a system, a very complicated system, you need to invoke a lot of models, you need to utilize a lot of tools, and so having a community like that around while we're studying this system really, I think, informs your research.
One of the attractions here is something that we undersell, and that's the city of Los Angeles. We are not located outside of Los Angeles, we're in the heart and the center of Los Angeles. This is also a city that's international and transnational, if you will. It's intercultural. We're a capital city on the Pacific Rim, and LA is a very important part of that Pacific Rim emphasis that we have at USC.
It's great being in Los Angeles and affiliated with USC, where they encourage you to look outside of the resources on site in the campus and go out into the community to find what else is available. And not only have I had access to resources that have been extremely helpful in my research, but I've also met a lot of amazing scholars and made extra connections that have totally expanded my horizons as a scholar.
I came to USC because I knew that through Dr. Stanford, Dr. Boehm, that there was a primatology presence here. And also the opportunity to go to USC, which is a very prestigious institution. USC was also very generous in terms of their financial support for me as a graduate student. The process of doing field research is a really extraordinary privilege. Off in the forest sitting with a chimpanzee. I find it incredible that this is actually what I'm doing, that this is my job, to go out into these incredible parts of the world, spend time with these incredible animals, and I just get to know them. Then, of course, you're also contributing to what we know about these species and perhaps learning something about how our ancestors might have lived.
At the graduate level, we want to facilitate the process for graduate students, to provide them with funding, to provide them with opportunities, so they come out of here with a strong degree, strong professional experiences, with contacts in their profession, and with the opportunity to get the best job possible.